So you guys have been asking for the Excel document that I utilize for my Golem March and my PvP calculator and that sort of thing. I have redesigned it and I've set it up according to the new best Golem March being the KOA recommended, and it is now available for you to download. In today's video, I'm going to be explaining to you how the document works, what it actually does for you, how to utilize it, as well as where you can get it. Let's go have a look. Hey guys, PokeMountain here again from twitch.tv/PokeMountain, bringing you the Golem March calculator that I've been utilizing that you guys have been asking for me to share. I have redesigned it to include the latest best Golem March, which is the KOA recommended. And I thought I'd show you a video today where I actually explain to you how the document itself works, how to utilize it yourself, as well as where you can now download it and play around. So effectively, when you get the document, you will see that it is, this is the opening page. It's a PvP and PVE calculator. And here in black writing in the middle over here, red writing in the black square, is a little bit of a disclaimer that you do need to be aware of, and I'm going to read it to you now as well. To see how you should create your March for PVE, in brackets Golem, Portal, etc., please put in your March capacity above and then click on the tab below for which is your highest tier troops you have currently available. The document will calculate the rest for you. NB, this is a work in progress and breakdowns as shown are still in testing and might not be the best possible results. If you have any issues with it, please comment on the YouTube video. I have not tested this formula with marches above 280,000 troops. Be aware that if your march is that big, that this calculator might not work as well for you, but try it and let me know. So effectively what I'm saying to you is that this is a work in progress. Obviously, I can only test up to my highest capacity that I can go. So I haven't tested beyond that. But in theory, the math should still hold up and this should still work out for you guys. So how you're going to utilize it is this bottom section over here is for PvP, meaning if you're playing against somebody else or you want to go in the Royal Arena and things like that, that's where that's going to come into it. This section over here is for explaining critical march to you guys, or your composition of critical march. So you're going to use this green section in conjunction with the orange section if you have critical marches. Here's your march capacity where you're going to input how many troops you've actually got available for your march so that it can calculate everything out. Okay, let me show you here. If I move the camera quickly, at the bottom you'll see that there are different tabs: T13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and there's a tab that says stat test. Now what that basically is like I said in this red writing over here, you're going to put in your march capacity in the block here, and then you're going to select the tab for the highest tier of troops that you currently have available. So let's say, for example, you have a march capacity of 120,000. Okay, that usually means that you probably around 120,000, say SH 24, 25 maybe, roughly, just estimating here. Or even let's say SH26 and you've got a march of 120,000. At SH26, the best troops you can get is going to be tier 9. So once you're going to put in your capacity here, you're going to come to the bottom and you're going to select T9. That will then bring up this page, which will show you your breakdown for your Golem March. Now, if you go into it, you'll see at the top it shows you march capacity. It will automatically do all of this for you. You just have to put it in on that front page. So it's going to work out your march capacity is 120,000, and it's going to show you with tier 8, your infantry, cavalry, bowman, siege, tier 9, then tier 8, infantry, cavalry, bowman, siege, tier 7, so on, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to show you the amounts of troops that you need to put into that march. So that you can comprise it and get it ready beforehand. There's also a little note at the top, just in case you only use this tab if your highest available tier troops is tier 9. And then it will show you total troops used, just so that you can make sure that you are actually balancing out. Again, this is automatically calculated for you. And let's say, for example, again, 120,000 troops and you got tier 13. You shouldn't have such a small march capacity if you got tier 13, but just in case, you click there and it will now show you the breakdown that you need from 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing applies if you are tier 7 maximum. It's going to give you the breakdown there, tier 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You might be wondering what the green blocks are for. The green blocks represent the cavalry or bowmen that are actually best in theory against the golem, but not in practice. Meaning, for example, here, your tier 6 cavalry and bowmen have increased attack against infantry, which the golem and the portal monsters are considered, as well as T5 bowmen and T4 cavalry. But we're not using T4 cavalry or T5 bowmen because the attack values of your tier 7 cavalry and bowmen are quite a bit higher than your 5 and 4. So that's why we still stuck to these two anyway. But I have marked it green so that it's just there in case you want to maybe play around. Instead of using these cavalry and bowmen, rather switch it to put your higher capacity here and then your lower capacity on these two and see if it works out for you. You never know, it might actually do better. The same thing applies to tier 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, all ready to go for you. You just have to put in your march capacity. So let's say, for example, your march capacity is 580,000. Okay, here it's going to work out for you according to your critical march, which is this over here, the setup here. Your best infantry for your scenario, you're going to put 174,000 in. Your best cavalry for the scenario, you're going to put 580,000 in. 58,000. Your best bowman, you're going to put 174,000, then 58,000, 29,000, and 87,000. This you can actually utilize for Royal Arena as well. You put in your capacity for Royal Arena. Remember, it doesn't take your boosts into account, so it'll be your raw march capacity. And you set it up according to these here and with your best heroes that you're going to utilize, whether it be Brutus and Golem, or Lancelot and Golem, or Brutus and Dendrain, or Uther and Anguish, whatever your best troops are for that sort of function. You're going to put them in, put your march capacity and set it this way. And when it comes to defense, meaning in Royal Arena, you've got your defending troops that you set up. You can set up using this formula over here to give you quite possibly better chances at sustaining your resources. Give it a try, and if it doesn't work for you or something, let me know. Drop a comment down below and I can have a look at it. The last tab that is available is a stats test page, and it's literally just the same page as before. It will automatically populate this information based on your first page breakdown. Again, all you've got to do is put in the march capacity. It will put it in here. However, you'll notice in red writing here, it says you need to manually put in attack and defense values of your troops, as well as your boost percentages in the orange blocks. So here you're going to have to put in your attack and defense values. You'll see when you get the document, you won't be able to select anything else. So you can only select the things you can modify. So you have to put in the attack values and the defensive values of the troops that you're utilizing. You can put in your statistic percentages. And here you can put in a second fighter, which somebody you've scouted, for example, and you want to see how well your troops would do against his troops. Or you just want to test out your own little calculations and that sort of thing. You put in the opposing units' attack and defensive values, as well as their boost percentages, and it will work out the rest for you. And you can see your total attack, total defense, and that sort of thing. This little block at the bottom here is just a beta block. It's something that I'm busy working on at the moment to work out a maximum potential critical damage on an attack. So, for example, in this particular case, these troops, according to what we've put in on page 1, the march capacity, it will work out, and these are only tier 9 stats. So remember, these stats are going to be wrong. They're not the tier 13 stats, but if I put the tier 13 stats in here and my current boost values over here, it will tell me my guys here would be dealing how much damage, and if they hit full critical, how much damage would they actually be dealing. So it's going to help you in that regard. So let's just have a quick look at what the tier 13 stats are, so that we can put it in there and I can show you that in action. Right, so we're going to come up here to the bowman. We're going to go to tier 13, and they have an attack of 16 and defense of 8. So we're going to come here to bowman, and we're going to say 16, and we're going to say 8. Okay. Then we're going to go back to the cavalry now, and we're going to have a look there. Boom. They've got an attack of 13, defense of 12. So now we're going to go here. Cavalry is going to be attack of 13, defense of 12. Infantry, let's go have a look at the infantry. Actually, while we're here, we can look at the next highest, just as a summation. So that's light cavalry, heavy cavalry. Here we go. So we're going to go with attack of 11, defense of 9. Okay, so cavalry, attack 11, defense 9. Come on, 11, 9. Okay, let's just go back and look again at the bowman for the other bowman one. So we can put that in while we this side of the world. So that is crossbowman. Here we go. We're going for normal bowman. So we got attack of 12, defense of 7. Okay, let's go there. This is the second one, so it's going to be here. Attack of 12 and defense of 7. Now let's go look at the infantry quickly, to put those in, to populate those values. Go there, train infantry. We got spearmen at 13, so that is attack of 9, defense of 24. Attack of 9, where are we there? Attack of 9, defense of 24. Then we're going to check the second infantry. So this one is spearman, so we're looking for warrior. There we go. So this is attack of 8, defense of 21. So we're going to come here and we're going to say attack of 8, defense of 21. Now these stats that you see here will automatically be copied from the ones you put here. So you only have to put the set once. So now this, according to this, if I had a march capacity of, let's say, well, let's be a little bit more realistic. And let's say 350,000. Now that gives us, once again, our breakdown that we're going to utilize. On the stats page, it will take that same breakdown, put it in here against these values that we've put in now. And it will automatically work out that we would have done, without a successful critical march, 184 million damage. With a fully successful critical march, that is 331 million damage. So that's just going to work out for you. But as I say, this section here is currently in beta, so I'm still working on it. Simply mostly because critical march isn't guaranteed. It's just there so that you can see what it does for now. And that's about it for the document, guys. If you want to get this document yourself and you want to start utilizing it for your Golem marches and that sort of thing in PvP, just remember, as I say, it is a work in progress. And as things change, if we find marches that do better than Golem, for example, we'll make a new one and we'll share it again. But if you want to have this document for yourself, link to it is down in the description below. And all I ask for is for you guys to drop a comment down below. Tell me if it's worked for you, if it's doing better results for you, if you're getting better marches against your Golem and that sort of thing, which I hope you're really doing. And then, yeah, if you liked the video, if you learned anything, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and bell notification icon so that you can be notified whenever I make a video in the learning corner like this, so that you guys can have better results in your game at the end of the day. Until the next video, guys, be good, be well, and be safe. Bye.